Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? I'm late by about an hour or so. I'm just going to stay on here for a minute or two to see if anybody shows up. I'm pretty sure it's late. On the East Coast, I'm here in Mountain Standard Time. Here in Utah, it's 8:14 p.m. And I'll just stay on here for a few minutes. If anybody shows up, then I can start some discussion. If not, I will just end this and we can try again tomorrow. So if anybody's seeing notifications on their phones, laptops, or iPads, or your Samsung tablets, I'm on. And I've got a few questions for you, the group. And also, I want to answer some questions if you have any. So just let me know. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone here. I'm trying to sync it with this, with Nutz for Putz, so I can see myself here. Make sure everybody can see me. So let's see if anybody will come on. Like I said, if not, I will be doing this tomorrow again. I'll give it a shot. We'll see if anybody shows up. So I've got my iPhone here, and I'll be able to see when people are asking questions, and that way I can answer them. Just not having to see it here on the screen. Oh, I can't believe I have a fly in the house. It's too cold here now in Utah for that stuff. I guess there's a few lingerers. Well, let's see if anybody comes on. Oh, somebody popped on. Hello, hello. Oh, there's two more people. We got three. Who's here? Please tell me. Who's here? Send me a message here and let me know. Let me know. Got four. Hey, Miss Tracy from Southern California. What part of SoCal are you from? I'm from the Mid-Cities area. I was born in La Mirada, but raised in Whittier, California. I lived in Downey, too, and also I graduated from Bellflower High School. So that's my stomping grounds, the Mid-Cities area. There in Los Angeles County. Oh boy, that little fly, he wants to be on the video with me. 9 people, that's the most I have ever seen on my live. Santa Maria. Have I been there? I'm not for sure. I think the farthest south I ever went was Oceanside. I was heading to San Diego, but I went to Oceanside to visit a friend. Now that was like 10 million years ago. 33 years ago to be exact. 33 years ago to be exact. Yeah. So that's when I was down there. If it's down that way. Anything south of LA is just gorgeous. I used to love to go to up north to Solvang and Morro Bay, San Luis Obispo. Those were kind of some stomping grounds from there too. New York City. You know, Miss June, I've never been there before. Ever. I want to go. One of these days when I can afford it. So I'm online tonight this is kind of a semi-impromptu thing. I might even come back on tomorrow with a more organized list of things I want to talk about. But we had one of our members. I've got 3 things going. I got my laptop, I've got my iPad, and also my okay, Santa Maria. I've been through there. It's been a long time. It's been so long because, I mean, we're talking 1989, 1990. I went up to Morro Bay, and that's when I started my self-employment career, actually. I do carpets, upholstered furniture, leather, cleaning, restoration. I'm getting pretty old for that, and I want to retire. I'll be 58 next Friday on the 13th. And so I want to retire. I want to retire from doing this and just do my hobby. Northwest Connecticut. Woohoo. Oh, I bet it's so pretty up there right now with all those beautiful, colorful leaves. We have vivid 4 seasons here as well, here up in the Rockies, but it's nothing like there. I mean, I've seen pictures of Connecticut, wow. The Northeast is just incredible. Again, those are places I've never been. I've been to most of the states, but I haven't been up in the northeast part of our country yet. So thanks for the thumbs up there, whoever that was. But so I'm going to ask some questions of you folks. And even after this live is done and over with, I'll probably do this for maybe about 15 minutes-ish. Those of you who have been here with us for the longest now, Nutz for Putz has been around since 2017, September. So it's been 6 years. We've had some pretty good growth. We're over 3,300 members now. I started this out of my love for vintage Christmas cardboard houses. And during that, even before that time, years before that time, before I even thought of even starting a Facebook group, I had a Facebook page called Nutz for Putz, but I call it the original page. You can go there and like that page if you want. I rarely do anything there, maybe once or twice a year. It's basically a landing page for our group. And our group has been growing pretty well. We have had over, I'm going to say another 200 or 300 members in the last 3 or 4 months. It always happens, during the summer, late summer, early fall. We really rack it up with members. We've been doing a lot better. And I thank all of you who are letting, family, friends, associates, anybody know that's interested in Christmas in general about our group. It means a lot to me. I just want to make a shout out to my moderators, Ted and Timothy. I love those guys. They're wonderful men. Timothy, he's out in, he's going to kill me if I say it wrong. I think he's in Rehoboth. I can't even pronounce the name of the city, and I think that's in Massachusetts. Timothy, you're gonna slap me with your big beard. Now Ted, he's over in Norway right now having a vacation. He sent me some pictures. Oh, what a beautiful place. I've never been to Europe. I hope to go there before I croak. So, yeah, that's my thing. Now, getting back to putziness, it's been a long road, and I have a lot on my plate. I support my family here, which are not here at this moment. They're overseas, and my wife is from the Philippines. She is a Filipino. We've been married, happily married, madly in love since 2005 when I met her. And then we got married in 2006. Long story short, she's over there right now. She's helping us to bring our sweet little autistic grandchildren home. Her oldest son has two little boys. He's a single dad, so we're trying to help them get here. And so I'm so broke. But I'm trying to get the hobby part of the business kind of kick-started. I do my carpet cleaning and whatnot. Again, I'm getting old and I'm kind of fat. Well, a lot of fat. And I just don't want to do it anymore after the next few years. So I really want to engulf myself into my hobby. Will it make a lot of money? Probably not. But when I do hit retirement age, I'm going to take that, and I have some other things that I'm going to be doing. But for the most part, I want to focus on what I do here. And it means a lot to me that all of you are hanging on. Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Thank you, Miss June. He's still gonna see this video, and he's gonna rip me one. But thank you. Yeah, he owns a place out there, and he also lives part-time. I don't know if it's in Delaware or another state, because his husband lives there. He's a minister for a church, and so he just got married a few years ago, and he's a great moderator. He makes the most incredible little trailer Putz houses you've ever seen. Ted is happily retired, and so he gets to play in his hobby room all the time. We love you, Ted. You're an awesome guy. He's the master builder. He's so far ahead of me, it's not even funny. But my questions are to you, while I love to chit chat and just go off, but what do you want out of our group? What is some things that you're looking forward to? Now, one of our members, and I'm going to scroll down, she posted a few days ago, but I've been so busy out working that I haven't had a chance to look at it, but I got to see it today. Becky Glenn, and I don't know if she's on right now, but Miss Becky, I want to start up the Putz House Builders Academy again. Okay. But I wish that I can just, and I have lots of knowledge, information. I've been doing this since 2011, actually. Yeah, kind of messing with it. And in 2012, I had communicated with the man who started this Renaissance, Papa Ted, who lived back in Pennsylvania. He's gone now. And but in 2012, I guess it was in the springtime. Hi, Miss Carolyn, California. And what part of California are you in? North Carolina. Oh, man, I've never been to the Carolinas. I hope to go there soon. I lived in Kentucky for many, many years while I was taking care of my late mama and ran her cattle ranch out there. That was a good time. That's when I was really skinny. Running those tractors and just about lost my leg once, and had a big Christmas tree farm and pumpkin patch and all that. But anyway, getting back to what I was going to say, now I forgot. That's what I get for looking at the post, but I always like to say hi to everybody. Oh, but anyway, so I broke the code. Hey, that's right, nothing finer than to be in Carolina in the morning or the evening. I broke the code with the coconut. I figured it out. Took me a long, long time, especially the white stuff. And so I've got so much supplies. If I showed you ladies and gentlemen that are here how many crafting supplies I have, it would blow your mind. I mean, I have literally filled up a walk-in closet with probably 30, 40 boxes, Apple boxes full of stuff that I've been wanting to get to ever since. Literally way back in 2016, I was much more active when I first started this group. That's when my wife was working. She's a licensed massage therapist and also a chef/nutritionist. So I was a stay-at-home daddy, and I got to spend a lot of time in my hobbies. I even had my own extra hobby room. Now I'm kind of stuffed in a little 2-bedroom townhouse here. Rents are expensive in Utah, but I love it here. It's a gorgeous place. I love my Rockies. San Bernardino and Palm Springs. Okay, I've been out there. Pretty area. I've traveled all the way up the I-15, Victorville. What are some other places up in there? Apple Valley, I think it's called. It's been a while since I've driven down to California, since 2018, actually, in March. That's when I left to take off to the Philippines, and I was gone. I was AWOL for almost 3 years. Pandemic hit. Within a few months after that, I said, I got to come home. I got to get home. I got to get back to work. So anyway, so the coconut, designing houses. I I own over 400, but I think I've sold off about maybe 50 of those. I've got about another. I'm going to sell probably most of them, except around maybe 100. You're probably thinking, oh my God, that's still a lot. But those are my favorites of my favorites of my favorites. They're actually sets that I've been trying to collect. It's like putting together a puzzle, you know. And so that's what I've been doing, and I'm just going to keep those. And you know, I'm just going to do that. But I'm restoring my old coconut ones. I love them. I've sold my most rarest of my rare to a wonderful lady that lives in Michigan. And she's a massive collector. I don't think she's a part of our group. I don't think she's interested in that. She's pretty quiet. But she buys all of my rares and my fully restored coconut houses. Now, do I have any of those left? Oh, of course. I got a couple hundred of them. But a lot of the smaller ones, the ones that were made like in the late 50s, early mid 60s, I'm going to be completely selling those off. I do have several of you not several, but 3 or 4 of you members who have purchased from me, who have had me build some. I've got all of your stuff. I just got to get back to work and get that finished. I am taking orders for vintage reproductions. I'll be putting up some pictures, actually, maybe 20 or 30 different houses of my own. And if you want a reproduction of one of those, I'd be more than happy to do that. Because winter's setting in here and carpet cleaning goes boom, it just crashes. I don't make any money from Halloween till after everybody gets their tax return, you know. So I'm going to be open to be able to just basically sit on my rear and take care of orders and stuff. Now for the windows and the doors. The doors are paper. They do make doors with the cellophane, but the windows, the printing station, I have the screen that I'm going to use to print with, but I have to still build my station. Unfortunately, all of my funds pretty much, because I have to take care of 2 households, the one here and the one in the Philippines, I pay for everything. So I'm pretty much, bank account is as low as it's ever been. So that's why I'm going to be taking up orders, and I want to get the station built because I want to start making the windows. There have been so many of you who have private messaged me. I would say 20 or 30, maybe even more. I've got messages going all the way back to 2018 that are, you know, I said, I'm sorry, I just haven't had the time, or whatever the case may be, which I haven't. I've been grinding like a mule for years, and it's been tough, but it's all coming to an end, folks. The wife, our children are homeschooled, so they're able to travel back and forth. And I had some big jobs in the spring, so I sent them over there, but she's been over there dealing with the rigmarole and the politics of trying to get those kids home, because we're trying to take our he's my adopted son and his 2 kids here. So she's been there for a couple months. Couple of months, and so they'll all be coming home. Everybody's coming home after Christmas, and I'm done with that. We're breaking the lease of the house there that we rent for only $245 a month. It's a 2-story, 3,000 square foot, 4-bedroom, 4-bath house. It's so cheap. I wish I could rent like that here, but I can't. So, you know, get everybody home. The big spring clean will hit. My son, who is 16 now, he's my oldest son with my wife, Nikki, who is also an admin here. She keeps tabs on everything. He wants to clean with his old man, and her oldest son will also clean. So I'm going to set them up with the van, all the equipment, and they're going to pretty much take over, and I'm just going to do a minimal management so I can focus and concentrate on what I want to do. I'm 58, like I said, next Friday. Pushing 60, and I just don't want to do that anymore. I'm done. 33 years is enough for this old goat, and so I want to be done with it. But I'm going to be asking questions again right now. That's pretty much for all of you who are new, who have just signed up over the last year in our group that may not know part of my backstory. That's it. That's why I'm so far behind in getting all of this ready. The moment I get everybody home, boom, I'm going to hit it, and I'm going to get those boys trained and send them out and let them do it. It's not rocket science to clean a carpet or a piece of furniture, but Dad's got to stop. I got to stop, and so that's my thing. I'm retiring in 2024. That's it. I'm done. And so that way I can focus and concentrate on this. I want to grow this group a lot bigger. I have a beautiful website. I've launched it, but I don't have all my links to the things that I have in there, for the simple fact is I don't want to sell anything that I don't have in stock. So that's something that I want to do as soon as possible, is get that stocked up. Will I be able to do anything for the holidays? Yes, I would like to do some instructionals. Now, with getting back to the Putz House Builders Academy, for those of you who don't know, I will leave that posted down, the link for those of you who have never signed up. I have hundreds of our members there, and members who have never even heard of Nutz for Putz, who are members of that group. I've been trying to do a class there since 2018, and I just haven't been able to do it because I'm just constantly trying to make the dollar. So that's been my biggest problem. But I would like to do some instructionals. The wife is not here, the kids are not here, so I'm by myself. I'm going to try to focus on the weekends to have a class. Now, I hope, and I would think that all of you would understand, there's value in what we learn. And in, college isn't free. Even public school isn't free. We pay taxes, the whole 9 yards. I will do a live. It will be a sign up, and there will be a fee, because Nutz for Putz is for free. And I'll give as much information as I can. But time is money, as we all know, especially those of us who are self-employed in business, especially in the crafting world. There will be a fee, maybe like $10, but we'll do like a 2-hour tutorial. We're going to go step by step. I'll send you an email, the design of the house, and getting the cardboard that you need is not hard. You can use old cereal boxes. There's many different types of boxes you can use, and you can even glue them together if it's a little thin. But I use 30-point chipboard, and I have over 1,000 sheets of it. Those of you who want some of my chipboard, I sell it. That's no problem. I can put that in mail. It's gone. So if you're interested in buying some official 30-point chipboard, what the vintage original house was built out of, let me know. I've got a lot, and I'll never use it all in my lifetime, probably. So let me know. Some of you have purchased it, and I've got it sent out to you. I want to do kits. Probably what I want to do during this holiday season is take some custom orders, like for the vintage ones. So that's why I'm going to take some pictures. I've got a library of thousands of pictures of houses that I have saved over the years, ones that I don't own. I own a lot of them, but I don't own them all. And I'll just say, hey, if you want any of these, I'll number them 1 through however many. And you say, send me a private message if you would like a reproduction of that. Whether you want a kit or if you just want me to build it outright, that's fine too. It'll keep me busy during these winter months, because when winter sets in here in Utah, it gets cold and the snow gets about 1 foot deep. It turns into a polar freeze here. So I will not be going out that much, on the freeway. It's crazy here. So many wrecks here in the winter time. And so I would rather just kind of hibernate and do that. So that's kind of what's going on right now. Does anybody have questions? We have 8 people on, I can see. We've had up to 10. Some of you kind of went on and off. Anybody got any questions while I'm on? I'll stay on. I went past my time, but that's okay. That's okay. It's 8:37 here. Still very early. So, yes, absolutely worth the fee. Interested. Thank you. Thank you. Definitely retirement on the horizon for me as well. Good, Miss Kimberly. Yes, and I want to be there for you and for all of you. I mean, this could be the most amazing group. It already is. And I'm going to try not to get emotional. It's been really a long road for me. A long road. And I'm tired. It's time. It's time for me to stop. I got to stop these wheels. It just doesn't end. And so I want to retire. I want to hand this business over to my children as a legacy. And I want to do what I want to do. I think, and those of you who will agree, who's over 50, you'll agree. There comes a time in your life, it's like, excuse my French, to hell with everything else. I want to do what I want to do. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Yeah, Miss Tracy, I want to show all of you all the things that I know. you know, and I have so much knowledge in this. I have dug so deep into this hobby. It's been my saving grace in my life. I was in a bad car accident back in 2012, and that's when my late mother brung down our little Sears set from the attic and said, "Here, do something with this. I know you like Christmas stuff." And you know, I restored them the best I could, and that's what I started. You know, and then I looked up online if there was anything about these houses, and there was somebody on a vintage Christmas Facebook group that had a picture of a whole bunch of them. I went, "I've seen those. I remember those when I was a kid because I popped all the windows out of them." And of course, as time went by, and a lot of you know who Papa Ted is. I don't have to sit here and preach that because you know who he is. He was the Renaissance man. He rebooted this whole thing. And so, you know, I'm so happy that through a few emails and a letter, I was able to connect with him. But he literally passed away just a few months before I really got to know more. Because I was asking about coconut, and he didn't know anything. You know, he didn't know how it was made. And so, yeah, the Sears set. Yep, I love it. It's my crown jewel. I will never sell that. I hope that my kids will take care of it because that was mine when I was a little boy. I remember in 1972. It was the day before. Was it the day before or the day after? Oh, the day after Thanksgiving. Because I remember watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, 1972 on the TV. We had a colored TV. Woo! I mean, that was big stuff back then. And the day after, you know, my mom and me and the boys went to Sears. Remember, and even in JCPenney, you could smell the popcorn popping and the taffy and all that. Remember they used to have that, and they had the big thick catalog up. It's always on the second floor, and we would take an elevator, you know, but you wouldn't see the second floor from anywhere else. You had to just take up the secret elevator, you know. And the smells, I'll never forget that. And my mom picked up this box, and I said, "Mom, what's in there?" She says, "None of your business." We went home. She says, "Open it up. You're the oldest." So, you know, I had 3 younger brothers. I was the oldest. I opened up and I went, "Those are little houses." And I said, "They're made out of cardboard." She says, "Let's set them up." That was a very wonderful and fond memory I had of my late mother. I'll never forget it. She loved Christmas. She just adored Christmas. My dad wasn't big on any of that stuff, but my mom was, and I'll never forget that. I remember one day I was watching my goldfish getting eaten by my brother's Oscar. If all of you know about Oscars, they're the little freshwater tropical bass. While he was eating my goldfish till there was nothing left but a skeleton and a head, I was sitting there poking the windows out of those houses because I had to do it. And I really enjoyed it. But karma hit me. How many years later? From 1972 to 2012? Holy smokes. That's 40 years. Yeah, but they're in all wonderful condition now. And they look really good. Actually, how I had done it is that I took some windows out of the other ones. Let me tell you one of my hacks, folks. Those of you who are collectors like myself, if you don't have the windows now, people are scared to death to pull, you know, the houses from the bases. I've taken the most rarest of the rares, and I'll just pull them off gently, of course. But I go in and fix the windows and stuff. But my hack is I'll go in and I'll cannibalize from other houses and use parts and bits and whatever. But at that time, I didn't have really a collection, so I just bought the Dollar Tree. They have cellophane rolls there, right? They do. And they have them in all different colors, so I found the red, and that's what I glued in there. Boy, you should have heard me cuss when I'm trying to put those little... My mom was saying, "Shut up and do it." I said, "Okay, Mom." She was a tough lady. She's a Scottish hillbilly from the Tennessee hills. She was a hill lady. Yeah, she was. Tougher than nails, boy. I'll tell you what. I felt that old willow switch more than once when I was a kid. But, those were the times. But, yeah. So that's where I started my journey. So I've been doing this ever since then. Yeah, it's 2012-ish. So 11 years into it, almost 12. And I'm considered a newbie by some people's standards. There's some collectors that were collecting back in the 70s and 80s, you know. But a few people that I know and chat with once in a while and talk with on the phone. But anyway, so the windows, the doors, I've already got all the paper ones. I've redesigned them all on my laptop. I've printed them all off to see how they all look. They're the exact dimension, size, everything, like the paper doors, the ones that look like those cute little garden doors and whatnot. So I have all of those. I have the Hacienda church windows, the little stained glass ones. So that's fun. I've got those, but now I'm gonna print. I'm gonna print the good stuff. Now I bought some big thick sheets of gel mylar. That's a little bit thicker than the cellophane. I'm going to print on both. I have original cellophane. Some of it is actually new old stock, NOS. I have some rolls of cellophane that comes back from the 50s and 60s. I'm going to print some on that too. Now, I don't know how that's going to work. I have no clue if it's going to shrivel up or don't print. I don't know. But anyway, the windows will be very reasonably priced. I'm not asking a lot for that. But I have put a lot of time into the hobby. So that's why when I do reopen Putz House Builders Academy, you're free to be there. All of you can sign up for free, you know. But there will be times when I'll do the Facebook Live, and that will be a paid event because, like I said, time is money, and you know, and it helps. It helps. Not helping me personally. It's helping my family, and that means a lot to them. And, you know, oh, that little fly, boy, he's, I don't know where they're coming from. I've kept the doors closed, but it's very cold here. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And that's what I want to do. So I try to I want to come online more often, folks. I really do. Like even every Saturday or Sunday, I want to come on. Have some coffee with y'all, you know, or maybe a glass of wine. Then I'll get really happy. But you know, yeah, I want to do that more than less. This is the first time I came online on Nutz for Putz since I have no clue, maybe a year. You know, but again, I've been working a lot. So any of you who are on, Tracy, Kimberly, Danuta, Carolyn, June, Leslie, any of you have any questions, anything you want to know about, you know, I'll keep this going. I'll keep this going for another, it's 8:46, probably till 9, about another 15 minutes. Anybody got any questions or any advice? Hey, you know what? I appreciate everybody's compliments and things I do and all that, but I'm still in a learning stage too. That's one cool thing about this hobby. You never stop learning. Now, my general storehouse, super rare house, I just sold that to that lady who lives back east in Michigan. I sent that to her in the mail. It was tough to pack that sucker up, but I did. But I took exact measurements and pictures of the whole thing. I'm going to build a reproduction of it, and I'm also going to sell a kit of it, or I'll even build one for you guys. Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's the big thing, Miss Leslie. I got to pull all of that stuff out. Oh, you wouldn't believe how many. I mean, those boxes go. I'm 6'1". You know, I'm not a short feller, but I mean, those boxes go about 2-3 foot taller than me. The Apple boxes, you know. I just, there's houses that, you know, it's funny. I like to go on eBay and Etsy, and sometimes I also go on. And these sites are from back east. You don't find nothing out here in the West, hardly at all. But some auction sites. And I buy houses, and then I go, oh, shoot, I already got that one. I totally forgot that I bought one like 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. So my wife says, boy, I'll tell you what, you better stop buying those houses. You know, you got to sell some and then start building. Everybody wants to build, Clint. Not everybody wants to spend the money on collecting. And that's true. You know, I consider myself a Putz house hoarder. That's what I am. And it's been kind of an expensive hobby. But the cool thing is, when I did sell off all of my rares almost a year ago, I almost made all my money back from the last 12 years that I've been collecting them. So I broke even. And now the wife just loves that. But now it's time to make a few bucks. I have several missing, damages, loofah trees. Any replacement sources? I have got so many loofahs, Miss Kimberly. I've got a box, and I make them. I know how to make them. I can make them like the 1950 styles or the 1930 styles. The two different colors. I know how to put the snow on there. I put real authentic German glass glitter and a dab of cocoa. I call it Cocoa Tex. That's my trademark name. I actually had that trademarked about 5 years ago. So it's called Cocoa Tex, but it's the cocoa, coconut texture. And I have the little berries that you put on there. So I want to make a whole bunch of them. And I also make the little figures, the little girls and all that stuff. And I will be making the little snow boy and the bulldog here this year. I haven't done that yet. And I also make the ceramic doors. You're probably thinking, ceramic doors? Yeah, a few of the houses had ceramic doors on them. So, yeah, I want to produce all that stuff. And it just gives me joy. I don't make a lot off of it, but it gives me joy just to do what I want to do. Remember how I said earlier, you get to that age, you want to do what you want to do. Yes, me too, the Academy. I'm really looking forward to that. And that's and a lot, like I said, a lot of the new people in the last year that have signed, they don't even know the Academy even exists. And so I will put that on there. I will, because I think it's under, I think I paused that group, right? Holy smokes. I hope I never get dementia, but I don't think so. I drink coffee. I love my coffee. That'll prevent that, right? So yeah, the Academy's going to be fun. That's going to be where all the action's going to be as soon as I get this, moving and shaking. I love Putz, but no room anymore. Houses half the size. Of course you can, Miss Carolyn. I built some houses 2 years ago. They're only an inch and a half. Here I am with my big fat fingers. They're literally, okay, everybody that has an AirPod case, okay, they're about that small. I built 3 of them. And there's the cutest little buggers you've ever seen. Was it hard to build them? Yeah, the littler they get, the harder it is. But I also have a special cutting device with the designs that I do have. I can cut them out, and I can just send you the kit of the 3 different houses. And I even have one that has like a little barn silo thing, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And I can definitely, it wouldn't take me very long to crank out the kit, and you get three little houses, be pretty fun. Send me a $10 bill in the mail with a couple dollars. It'll just be like an envelope. Everybody knows the old style mail order. Remember, we all used to look in the back of the magazines and order stuff, and send a self-addressed stamped envelope. I like everything old school. I'm excuse me, folks. I got a little bit of a, I'm old school. I love everything nostalgia. I love the mail. I love getting credit card. Well, I love credit card. Not my credit cards. They're all, they're all maxed out. What I'm talking about is I love like Christmas cards. I want us to enjoy. This is all about vintage stuff, right? So I want us all to enjoy that nostalgia as well together. I want to do a Christmas card exchange this year with those of you who want to do it. And I need to re-rent my P.O. box. I haven't had one in a while. I'll get that, and then we can send mail back and forth. We can send letters too. Snail mail's fun. We shouldn't forget how to do our cursive, right? Us Gen Xers and us baby boomers, we shouldn't forget any of that. Hooray, thank you. Get me in touch with materials. Yes, ma'am. I sure will. So, that's what it's all about. And yeah, Miss Carolyn, I can send you 3 of those little houses, in a regular standard size envelope. And I'll just crank them out for you. But I'll just private message me. And I check all my private messages every single day. Like I said, there's probably about 30 or 40 of you, maybe even more private messages going back like 5 years. I gotta get ready. I gotta get everybody taken care of. So yeah, I have the knowledge. I have the stuff. It's just the time. It's just the time. It's a Saturday evening. I'm enjoying myself. The wife's not online yet. We usually do FaceTime or, whatever, and I chat with her and the kids, and I stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning, then I crash and then get back up. But tomorrow's Sunday, so I'll be able to rest, and I would like to maybe do another Facebook Live. So put it on your schedule, and tomorrow I will be showing some of my collection and some of the houses that I've built. If you're all interested, let me know. Let me know, because that'll be fun. I'll really enjoy that. I'm lonely. I don't have anybody here right now. So if I can visit with you folks, that would be a treat. It really would. It would mean a lot. And also, I am going to do, those of you, I'm sure all of you know what Zoom is. Z-O-O-M, not the Zoom from back in the 70s. We're going to zoom, Zoom. Remember that show when we were kids? No, we're going to use the Zoom app. If you don't have it, download it. That way we can see everybody. I want to see all your beautiful faces. I would love that. Okay, I'll get back in touch. Need one replacement church steeple. Yes, ma'am. I can do that. No problem. All I got to do is see the church, and I'll know what steeple is, because I probably actually have the vintage original of the steeple. I got so many churches. I'm so fond of the churches. They're so beautiful. Yes, ma'am. So, that's the thing. I would like for everybody to download the Zoom app on their iPads or phones or whatever, and let's have a Zoom. Let's get all together and see each other, and then we're gonna discuss some fun putsy stuff. And I want to get ideas from you too, the members. I do. Just because I'm the admin, I don't know everything. Like I said, I'm still a learner too. The laugh little icon there. Thank you. I want us to get online and become friends. And this is I've been wanting to tell everybody this for like 2 months now. Before my wife took off to the Philippines, late July, she said, I want you to tell the members something. Oh, that little fly, little squirt. This is a dream, but it's a dream that can come true. And I have to do this in the Midwest because the West is too far out. Maybe, I'm not for sure. Great meeting you. Take care. Yes, Miss Kimberly, take care. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Thanks for joining in. I want to do something called the Putz-a-palooza. Now you're thinking, oh boy, this sounds like a big time we get together. Yes. All of us personally, for real, meet each other, shake each other's hands, give each other a big old hug, and have a 3-day event where you come, and we'll rent like an event area. I'm thinking Missouri or Illinois. I'm not for sure. My wife says, why don't you do it out here out west? Maybe people would love to see the Rockies. Or go. We have a very good friend who owns a good sized hotel up in Idaho. It's so gorgeous up there. Oh, it's so beautiful. And where all of you come out, well, of course there'll be a fee for the 3-day thing, and we can set you up in the hotel or whatnot. You just pay for that. But this is a chance. And I'll set up the whole collection. I'll have a massive table with all the kits and the coconut and everything. And we have a 3-day intensive course we go through, and we build. We talk about collecting, how to price your putz houses. And I'm okay if you guys take, the kits that I sell you, and if you make them and if you sell them, that's fine. I just don't like people remaking my kits and selling them. But you can sell them. I want to help people who want to get into the business, whether you want to put them on your Etsy store. That's all good. Everybody has their own way and their own talent of building these things. I'm not worried about the competition. I just want to supply you folks with the windows, the doors, the kits, the designs, and all that stuff. So you can have fun with it, whether it's with your kids, your grandkids, or maybe you want to make a few extra bucks a month, on your Etsy store. I'm all good about that. That's part of sharing is caring, It'll make me feel really good to know that some of you folks are out there, having fun with the hobby and making a few bucks off of it too, because it will fuel the hobby even more. So it always helps to make a few bucks and spend a few. So that's kind of where I'm at this time. So those of you who might want to do this Putz-a-palooza thing, it isn't going to be this year. Oh, heck no. It's going to be next year. Now, I will officially, thanks for the thumbs up, I will officially announce this after the holiday season. Yeah, Utah. I mean, I'm not trying to be biased, but it's so gorgeous here. It's really pretty. And we have some beautiful resorts. There's a lot of places to go. And again, I have a friend. He owns 3 hotels. He owns one in Nevada, in Elko, and he owns one up in Salt Lake City, really nice. And then he owns one up in Idaho. Now, either one of these 3, I can rent the one of the big rooms, the event rooms. There's a swimming pool. There's a jacuzzi. Oh my gosh, they got everything you can imagine. The 3-day meeting would be like classes. We have set up tables and chairs, and I have my big screen there, and I have all the stuff out, and we build, and I share hacks and secrets and all the stuff that I've learned over the years, and the whole thing would only be $200 or $300, and that would be for the whole 3 days, and we would be providing the breakfast is for free, and it's all you can eat, big thing, not no continental Cheerio stuff. They're nice breakfasts at this hotel, at the hotels that my friend owns. So, because we maintain the carpets there and everything, so that's the reason why we're friends and business friends. So, long story short, and then we would supply the lunch, and then at dinner, you guys would get whatever you would like to get or whatever you would want. Miss June, Utah is awesome. Yep, daughter and son-in-law currently hiking in and around the bluff. Beautiful area out there. Yep, it's a good time now. The heat's dissipated. We're out of the Indian summer phase, so it's really good now. But anyway, so yeah, getting back to the Putzapalooza, that's something that we're thinking about. I will announce that next year. That's after everybody comes home from overseas, and I got my boys trained, and they can scrub the rugs, and then I can focus on this. So it will be announced before Easter. So those of you who want to get together and do this, we can plan months in advance. We'll already have the venue. Everything will be ready to go there. And I would love to visit with you again. I don't know if we'll do it here out west. If a lot of you say, yeah, we want to go out there. We've been out here. We live here in the Midwest or the East. We'd love to come out west. Good. We'll keep it local here. That's easier for us to plan. But if not, maybe we have to do it in Missouri, like Springfield or something like that. I don't know. Have I been to those areas? Yes. I lived in Kentucky. I lived in the tri-state area for years, over a decade of my life. So I know those areas very, very well. But if we could do it out west here, it'd be fun. Ugh, that fly. It'd be very, very fun. And it would be probably in October sometime when things cool down. And, we could always hire like a big van and go maybe take a trip, a little road trip or do something. I don't know. These are just some ideas that my wife and I have been throwing around for the last couple months. I've been keeping this all under the table, but I wanted to announce that kind of officially now that we are planning for something in 2024. So keep that in mind if you're interested. So anyway, finding Indian paintings was one of the most spectacular trip hikes. Yes, the petroglyphs and the pictographs. I'm a big fan of going to places out in the desert here. We call it the high desert, and finding these. Now my hiking legs aren't the best, and I'm fat, but it's good for me. I have arthritis in my knees. I'm pretty much bone to bone, but I do take hyaluronic acid injections every 6 months, and it helps to kind of put a little bit of jelly in there and keeps my knees going. But I love to hike. And there's a lot of places to go here, which are very easy, actually. You could hike to some of these sites within 5 to 10 minutes. And it's beautiful. It's incredible. And you can go to these places within a few hours from where I live. I live in central Utah, almost right smack dab in the middle of Utah. So I'm only a couple hours away from these beautiful places. Haven't been able to go to them this year because I've just been too busy. With work and family. But next year, I'm going to start opening up my calendar to do the things I like to do. And, like I said, 100%, yes. It would be fun. It would be fun to have everybody out here. And those who want to stick around for a few more days after the Putzapalooza, we can go on a road trip. We'll rent one of those big 15 I got a friend who has 2 or 3 15-passenger vans. We can take off and go see some of this stuff and just have some fun. build a bonfire, drink some coffee or wine, have some, marshmallows or whatever. These are things that I'm thinking about. I just want to say this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. A lot of you who I have dealt with here on Nutz for Putz over the years, some of the older members, the first-time members, we have become super, super good friends. And, we've done video chats, FaceTime and stuff. We've laughed together. We've cried together. We've told each other our feelings about what's going on, with our families. We share some fun things. We're human beings, everybody. We cry. We laugh. We go to the bathroom. We eat when we're hungry. But this hobby has brought us all together. Thousands of us. And this is incredible. To me, it's like a miracle. And it would be so fun to enjoy some time with some of you personally. And I'm so happy that everybody's kept it clean on our Facebook group too. No drama, no other stuff. And I won't even say what that other stuff is. I'm just happy to know all of you. I don't care what background you come from. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care what religion you believe or if you don't believe. Any of that stuff. It does not matter to me. What matters to me is the human spirit. That's it. That's what my mom taught me growing up. Saying, son, all that matters is the human spirit. And just love one another. Just be kind. Be kind. Be kind and be understanding, and be the best version of yourself. Those were some immortal words that my mother taught me when I was a little boy. She was tough. That one was tough on me, but she taught me some really good life lessons as well. Miss her every day. She passed away on October 3rd of 2017, so her, I hate to say death anniversary, just came up a few days ago. It was tough. I had a hard day. I was here by myself. I miss her. She was my best friend growing up. She taught me how to do the bump and do the disco dance and sing like the Bee Gees. How deep is your love? All that stuff. I have so many wonderful memories of my mom. And part of that is Putz houses. And so I kind of launched this whole the Facebook group, back before she had passed, but it was kind of, as my gratitude to her for getting me into this hobby and doing all the research that I've done. So that's kind of where I'm at. Any other parting words from any of you? So we got 4 people left. I know it's getting late on the East Coast there. It's 9:06 here. Anybody got anything else to say? If not, I'm going to sign off and let this, go up onto the group so people can watch this tomorrow morning with their breakfast coffee and bacon. If not, I'll sign out. But any other things that anybody wants to say? Amen. There you go. Yes, Miss Carolyn. Let's be kind and love one another. And what I feel and mean by that is that my mom was a pretty hardcore. She was a Pentecostal. That was her religion. My dad was a Mormon. Me, I was baptized into the Catholic Church back in 2011. My wife's Catholic. Of course, most Filipinos are. But, that's me. That's me. Everybody has a... Yes, good evening, Miss Tracy. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that. Take care. But I'm not going to let all that rule my life. What rules me is, again, the human spirit. Let's have fun. We're not here forever. We all know that. We're not getting out of this place alive. So let's enjoy our lives. And if we can enjoy part of that together in this hobby, then so be it. So I think that's about all, everyone. I can't think of anything else. We still got 4 people on. You want to say hello or goodbye or whatever? I hate to just cut it off. To me, that's rude. I just don't cut off. Say, all right, I'm out of here. Anybody want to say anything else really quick before I take off? Nothing? Thank you and good night. Thank you, Miss Leslie. Appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by. All right, I'm going to give this 1 more minute. Any questions? Any concerns? Any advice to me? Thank you. Thank you, Miss Carolyn. Appreciate all of your participation this evening as well. Okay, I guess I'm going to sign out of here, everybody. There's 3 of you left. But just know that just saw this. Sorry I missed it. Do you have any questions, Miss Diane? I'll stay on for a minute or two. Good night, Miss June. You take care. Good talking with you again. Do you have any questions, Miss Diane? Any questions? Maybe you're from the West Coast. It's still early there. It's 9:08 p.m. here, Mountain Standard Time here in Utah. Thank you for the heart, whoever that was. Appreciate that. Like the kids do. Any questions? Anything you want to say? Anything you want to say? Not right now, but I hope to get to see you. Okay, I'm going to be on probably tomorrow again, but I'm going to be showing my collection. We're going to talk a little bit more, and it will be earlier. I will let you all know tomorrow morning, Sunday. I will post it and let you know. Goodbye, Miss Carolyn. Take care. And we'll meet again tomorrow. Again, I just wanted to come on impromptu and just talk a little bit. So you guys all take care. Thanks again for stopping in. And remember to take care of yourselves and take care of those who you love. And I appreciate you all again. And have a wonderful evening. And we'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks, Miss Diane. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye for now.